guys. So, our next unit is actually my favorite unit of the year. So, I hope you enjoy this one as well. The unit itself is called De Vacaciones, which is on the front of your book or of your packet. Um, so, vacaciones is kind of a cognate. You could hopefully figure it out. Vacaciones is vacation. So, in this section of the list, we're going to talk about, either vacation specific places or things. El viaje is similar to how you could use vacation. El viaje is a trip. Um, so you could settle in, get a little comfy because this is the longest vocab list of the year. But the nice thing is there are quite a few cognates. Like this next one, el aeropuerto is airport. All right, our next word, el bosque, is forest or woods. La cascada. Also, just as a reminder, if you can, you should be practicing saying this out loud as we go through. La cascada is a waterfall. El centro. I was trying to remember if we learned El centro last year, but I can't remember. El centro, it looks like center. It can actually mean center, but when you're talking about a location, it means downtown. La ciudad. La ciudad, we knew last year, is city. El crucero. I've never been on a crucero, but I know many of you have or are possibly going on. Oh, actually, probably not going on one anytime soon. A crucero is a cruise ship. I was going to say for spring break, but I don't even know that cruises are running right now. Maybe at lower capacity, I don't know. El destino, another cognate, is your destination. La estación is a station. So, like a train station, bus station. It can also mean a radio station, but we'll see it for bus station and train station. El estadio. I think this one's kind of random, but then I found out that some people really do take a vacation and plan on going to a stadium to watch like one of their favorite sports teams. So El Estadio is stadium. This next one is real hard. El Hotel. Remember, H's are silent, so you're not going to say El Hotel. That's English. El Hotel is Spanish. I just got a rap song in my head, but I don't know if it's appropriate to sing. The Hotel, Motel, Holiday Inn. I don't know. La Isla is island. Oh, one of my favorite places to be. Well, anywhere with a beach is my favorite place to be. El Lago we learned last year, so you may be able to recall it. It's a lake. El Lugar. This is just a very general word. It's a place. El Mar. Some people can guess because of the English word maritime. And if you know maritime and what it means, you might be able to guess that El Mar is the sea. El Monumento is a direct cognate. Monument. El Museo is a museum. El Océano is another direct cognate. Ocean. Sorry if it took me too long. I actually decided I needed to look up that song that they sang just to make sure I wasn't going to regret doing that if I needed to start over again, but I'm not going to start over again. El País is a country or a nation. I'm not really sure why nation is there, but like I don't recall having it on my notes before, but all right. El Parque de Diversiones. If you remember Parque from last year, amusement park. El Parque Nacional. One of my favorite places to go on vacation. If it's not a beach, I do like to visit our national parks. La Playa we learned last year, so perhaps you can recall it. Means beach. La Piscina is pool. I think that was a word last year. We talked about the pool here at OHS. All right, I'm gonna change papers, so if you need to pause, pause. All right, and our next word is Las Ruinas. Not a whole lot of ruinas in the United States, but if you go to other countries, especially Spanish speaking countries, ruins are a very popular thing to visit. Ancient ruins of the Maya, Aztec, and Inca, and the many other indigenous civilizations. La selva is a jungle. El teatro, I'm trying to think if we learned, I don't think we did learn that last year. El teatro, people go to New York to see the theater. El zoológico that's also a cognate, is the zoo. All right. El vocabulario de viaje, so trip vocab. Not really sure how to explain the difference. I think this just has to do with not necessarily locations as much as things to do at those locations. Um, La atracción is a cognate, attraction, and things that you bring with you on a trip, like this next one. La cámara. La cámara is a camera. La crema solar is sunscreen. La guía de turismo. This one's also kind of a cognate. Tour guide. La maleta is a suitcase. El mapa, another really hard one. A map. La obra de teatro. What do you go to see at the theater? You go to see a play. And obra, we're actually going to see this in 2 units. Obra can also just mean like a work of art. And, plays and musicals are in the arts. So that's why it's an obra de teatro. El pasaporte should be pretty obvious. It's a passport. Los recuerdos, souvenirs. La tabla de surf is a surfboard. La toalla or la toalla playera is a towel or a beach towel. All right, vocabulario de transporte. Most of these are cognates, if not all of them. I guess maybe I was wrong on that. El autobús is a bus. El avión, you can think of aviation. Avión is a plane. El barco, you can kind of think of barge. This one's a little far fetched to be a cognate, but El barco is a ship. And then a really, really hard one. El taxi is a taxi. And el tren, can you get it? It's a train. All right, I'm gonna move the paper, so if you need to pause, pause. All right. Vocabulario de animales. Okay, so there's actually 2 lists. This first list is required, and we'll talk about the second list when we get there. El animal. El animal. Can you get this one? Is an animal. Oh, I love this little list. La ballena is a whale. El delfín should be pretty obvious. The dolphin. El elefante is an elephant. La estrella de mar. We haven't officially learned estrella, but some people know just from general knowledge that estrella is a star. So la estrella de mar is starfish. La jirafa. Remember that J makes more of an H sound. La jirafa is a giraffe. El mono is a monkey. El gorilla is a gorilla. El oso, we kind of learned this last unit, is a bear. El pájaro. I don't remember if this was a required word in our family vocab or if it was an optional one, so some of you might remember it. El pájaro is a bird. El tiburón. El tiburón is a shark. And our last official animal is tiger. All right. So this next list, typically in a regular year, hour by hour, you guys would get to pick six or eight extra animals to learn, and it would just be based off what you guys want to know because of the year we're in. I just decided to give you guys really common ones that are typically asked for. So this is not mandatory. You are not required to learn this vocabulary. You won't see it in an assessment. However, for especially like the end project we're going to do for this unit, people really like to have some of these words. So if it strikes your fancy, copy it down. If it does not strike your fancy, then you can just listen to me present this. So el agua mala or la medusa, I actually prefer la medusa, is a jellyfish. El cangrejo is a crab. El ciervo isn't really a vacation animal that you would think of, but a lot of people want to know this one. Is deer. La foca. La foca is a seal. La gaviota. Oops, crooked. La gaviota is a seagull. I just really like this word in Spanish. El hipocampo. El hipocampo is a seahorse. El hipopótamo. Sorry, I did not say that right. El hipopótamo is a hippo or hippopotamus if you want to spell it all out, but I don't know how to spell it to tell you. So, El Leon. I actually don't know why this isn't on the official list. It seems like if tiger is, a leon would be, but that's a lion. La mariposa is a butterfly. La nutria is an otter. And el pingüino, one of my favorite words. El pingüino is a penguin. Whew, we are 3/5 of the way there, you guys. Oops, I'm going to take this, so pause it if you need it. All right. Los verbos de vacaciones. Acampar is to camp. Bucear is to scuba dive or snorkel. Descansar. This is what I like to do on vacation. To rest. Descubrir is to discover. Gozar is our verb, just pointing that out. Disfrutar both mean to enjoy. I typically use disfrutar more, but I actually think gozar might be the more common throughout the Spanish speaking countries. Ocurrir is to occur or happen, excuse me. Perder is that E to IE stem changing. Means to lose. So if you lose like your passport, which would be no bueno. Or to miss, like if you miss your flight, if you miss the train. Hopefully you don't miss your cruise. Quedar is to stay. Recorrer is to tour. Salir is to leave. And salir, in parentheses, is a go verb. And we skipped the unit where we learned go verbs. If it's a go verb, the yo form ends in go rather than, well, that's just the ending is go. The g gets added. So yo salgo in the present tense is I leave. We are going to circle back to go verbs though. All right, subir is to go up or like to climb if you climb a mountain or climb a pyramid. It can also mean to get on transportation. So like you got on the plane, to get on the cruise or the ship, I guess. Surfear is another cognate, to surf. Veer we know, but it's going to come back quite a bit this unit. In the present tense, the yo form is veo, and it means to see. And there's also something special in the preterite tense, and that's why it is going to come back up this unit. Viajar, we talked about viaje is a trip. So viajar is to travel. Visitar is another cognate, to visit. Volar is a O to UE stem changing verb in the present tense. Remember, AR verbs don't stem change in the preterite tense. It's to fly. Volver is a O to UE stem changing verb in the present tense, but we are going to learn that ER verbs also don't stem change in the preterite tense. And that is to return or come back. Okay, and now we have a couple of verb phrases. So aprender a plus an infinitive, so an unconjugated verb, means to learn how to do something. So like aprender a surfear would be to learn how to surf. Ir de excursión is to go hiking. Ir de vacaciones is to go on vacation. I feel like I might have done those three kind of quick. Or those two. Montar a caballo, to ride a horse. Pasear en bote is to go boating. Sacar fotos, something else I really like to do, is take pictures. And then possibly my numero uno favorite thing to do on vacation is sunbathe. All right, I'm going to switch the paper, so pause it if you need to. Oops, if I can get my papers lined up. Geez Louise. All right, last section. You guys are almost there. 80% of the way. Miscellaneous. Sorry. Oh goodness. Hispanohablante. Hispanohablante is Spanish speaking. El mundo is the world. Los Estados Unidos is the United States. Al aire libre is outdoors or outside. Como is used as like or such as. Conmigo, I think we did learn these last year, but it was only because people wanted to say it so much that it went on the board. But conmigo is with me. Contigo is with you. Algo means something. Nada means nothing. Durante is during. Por fin, finally. Tarde is late. Temprano is early. A tiempo is on time. All right, ¿cómo fue? How was it? How did it go? So if someone went on vacation, that would be a common thing that someone would ask you. or ask that person. Here's some responses. Fue estupendo. That was great. Fue un desastre. It was a disaster. And then another common question about someone's trip. ¿Qué hiciste? What did you do? All right, and then we're going to learn this concept, but using para plus an infinitive. So para plus an unchanged verb means in order to, and then whatever your verb is. Para comer, in order to eat. But we'll see that when we learn verb in the preterite tense here in a couple days. All right, you guys made it. Good job.